Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Rimworld Alpha 14. So the last run ended quite abruptly, and yeah, it didn't go very well. So we're going to start up a new colony for today. I think we're going to try something different. We're going to go with the crash landed scenario, but I think we're going to try focus on trading in this one. So we're going to try and make some sort of trading colony, which actually means that I have to add the research to be able to do it. The research is the multi-analyzer, I believe. If it's not, then you won't see this. So there you go. So that'll allow us to make the orbital trade beacon for trading. Other than that, we're just going to go on the typical colony crash landed run. So let's try it out. We're also going to change it up by going on Randy Random. Now, I have never ever played Randy Random, so this is going to be new for me, and for that reason I think I'm going to put it on rough, because I'm not quite sure what level this is going to come at me, because I know Randy Random can come from anything to a squirrel attacking you to 5,000 raiders attacking you right at the very beginning, because he doesn't follow the rules and he'll just generate random events, and we could literally have like toxic fallout, heat waves and cold snaps all in the space of 2 minutes as well, which is pretty much what the previous runs have been doing to us anyway, so maybe it's a sign that we should be on Randy Random anyway. Okay, so let's move on. Yep, let's go with that one. That's fine. Let's generate that world. Okay. Let's see, shall we? Can I not move the screen? There we are. Maybe this is the extent of the map. Alright, well, what do we want to do today? I think I want to do some sort of tailoring colony, so we'll make some clothes and stuff like that. So I'm going to need to find a location that will allow me to grow any sort of clothing that I want. So I think shrub-land. Shrub-land's all year round. Okay. Flat land. Yeah, let's go right here. Average temperature in winter is 18 degrees. Average temperature in summer is 30 degrees. So we're going to have a lot of heat issues. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. Let's go there. Okay, so we want someone who's good at crafting. So I'm just going to keep going until I see someone that's really good at crafting. No. Let's see. You could do, I suppose. You're pretty good at crafting. You're not great at crafting. And you're pretty bang average at anything else. But the arts is what you're good at. So you will be our artiste and crafter extraordinaire. Next we could do with someone who's good at growing, so let's just keep going until we see someone who's decent at growing. Let's see, 6, no, 10, there we go. Incapable of social, okay, that's fine. And next we'll just want an all-rounder. Yep, you're good. In fact, your social's absolutely amazing. You're incapable of dumb labour, which is annoying, but social allows us to get good deals on our trades, so that's pretty good. And Flare Shift is your daughter. Interesting. So yeah, that's going to be the colony. Remember to leave some names down in the comment section below for these three guys. Anything you choose is probably going to come in at a first come first serve basis. Right guys, I'll see you in the run. Okay, we're in. So, let's pause the game and decide where we're going to settle. Another downside, this is clearly a crypto sleep area. Another downside of being on flat land is there isn't a great deal of steel or any kind of resource we can use. So we kind of need to settle near it. Is this rich soil? It is rich soil. Okay, and we can only grow on soil, by the way, as well, so we're going to have to figure out a spot for that. So we need a mixture of close to resources, like our compacting machinery here, or the steel here. And we also need some rich soil so we can do some proper growing. That's rough sandstone, so nothing's growing on that. This place looks okay from a first glance. But I don't quite like it too much. It's not terribly important that we have rich soil, but it helps. Maybe we're just going to actually go here. Yeah, this might have to do. I suppose we don't need to be attached to the rock in any way. It does save us on a bit of wall building, though. That's the thought that's going through my head. How far along can we build a wall? We can actually build it all the way across here, so we could use this section here as our rich soil area, and then the sand that we can't grow on we'll use for our buildings. So I think this is the zone we're going to settle in. So I'll set up a stockpile zone there, and a dumping stockpile there, and allow them to do their thing. We'll actually unrestrict all the stuff in the local area so that they'll haul it. There we go, and then the rest is weaponry. Right, so who is the best shooter? 2, 5, and 0. Right, well, you're the best shooter, so you're going to get the survival rifle. You're a 0 and a 2, so you're going to get the pistol, you're going to get the knife, and everybody's equipped just as they should be. We have Delilah the monkey. Interesting. Right, and then we're going to set up a base here. So first things first, let's make ourselves a barracks. What's the resource of choice? It's wood, right? Problem with arid shrubland is, in this particular instance, is we have barely any steel and barely any trees grow. So we're going to have to figure out some... we're going to have to set up a growing zone for trees as well, just so that we don't run out of them. But I think our walls and stuff like that are going to have to be made out of wood, because steel is a very, very rare amount, and it's very finite as well. Whereas we can grow trees to make infinite wood. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll make a building like this. It's going to house our colonists for the time being. Just put some sleeping spots in there, and an animal sleeping spot for Delilah. And structure, door, wood. Go. It's currently 13 degrees Celsius. Interesting. We'll unrestrict some of these survival meals as well. So, I'll keep them on manual priorities for now. I'll allow them to do what they're doing to get this done. We also need to set up our growing zones, actually, so I'm going to pause again. Alright, so growing zones. We want cotton. And we want cotton because it's our trade resource of choice. So 8x8. Let's make cotton plant. And then we need the rest is going to be filled with food. So 8x8 there. 8x8 there. Trying to get inside of all the rich zones. I know a few of these are just in soil, which is a bit unfortunate. That one will have potatoes. This one will have strawberries. And I think that'll do. We need to set up another zone actually for trees. So we'll set up a 9x9 here. And it's poplar tree, isn't it? I want to grow the native tree. Otherwise it'll just look weird. So there we go. Got all that set up. Let's speed up time. Let them do their thing. We do have a lot of agave and raspberry bushes in the local area. So there is that. We do get those kind of growing zones. If there's maybe even a... Ooh, some steel. If there's maybe even an animal we want to tame in order to breed for food, that'd be kind of cool. Ooh, hello. Ibex ram. And an ibex doe. These are new. I haven't seen these yet. There's alpacas for their wool. That might be a good idea. We've got rats. Don't think we want them for their rat leather or rat fur. Whichever one it might be. Maybe both. We certainly don't want boom rats or boomalope. Want none of that. And wild boars don't really give us what we want. So yeah, maybe we'll go grab those. There's a cougar. Yeah, someone needs to open fire upon that soon. I don't feel very safe around it. Knowing my luck as well. Oh, we also need to order them to chop down some wood, otherwise they won't very well get building, will they? Come on, guys, you can do it. Okay, so all our growing zones are pretty much done, which is awesome. That got done quite fast. Sweet. We do have access to refrigeration immediately as well, which is nice. And we should have access to comms consoles. Yes. Sweet. Which means we can get trading almost immediately. Though we don't have the resources at the moment to be doing any kind of trade. But we do want to get on that soon. So we've got 6 and a 6 in crafting. Which is nice. So we have the crafters available in our group. They're not the best, but they will get into it very soon. Okay. Eat up, guys. Where's Kennedy going? Going for a walk. Don't have time, Kennedy. Chop them trees. Right, so let's start off making some bedrooms while they're doing this building. We'll do it in planning so that they don't actually build it while we're sawing it out. Let's go with an 8 by 8 building, I think. Something like that. And then that'll be the door there, I think. And these will be the rooms. So it's actually a 9 by 9, but okay. Cargo pods. Hello. Ooh, cloth. That's awesome. That's precisely what we needed. Okay, they've finished that room, so we'll start making them make the bedrooms. So there we go. That's bedroom number 1. And then bedroom number 2. And we want 4 of these. So 9 by 9. And doorway. And 9 by 9. Oops. There we go. That might be a fair bit of work actually. But we'll see. And then we'll add in some wooden double beds. 'Cause reasons. There you go. Symmetry. Get on it, guys. I want to see some hefty work from you. They're at least sleeping indoors, which will help their mood. But it'll help the mood even more once we've actually sorted out their bedrooms. And then after this, it's pretty much just building a wall. And making sure that our trade is up and running. So that we can get some more stuff. We haven't got stone cutting researched, and to be honest, I think it was a massive mistake in the last run. Pushing the stone walls, because we ended up spending far too much time building it. Which cost us in defense for quite some time. Ended up spending far too much time doing it, and it ruined us. But what can you do? So I think our wall is likely going to be just across here and just engulf what we've built so far. Where the kill box will be, I have no idea though. But if you look at the... I'm going to have to make it out of steel, aren't we? Yeah, grumble, grumble. If you look at what we've got, we'll use this wall as well to save some resources. And we want across here. that's going to be the size of our base. So I think our kill box is going to come along here somewhere. So for now, let's just cancel that there. And then we'll build some sandbags and stuff there. So, as is usually the case, actually, you know what? Sandbag, wall, sandbag, wall, sandbag. Like that. And then we'll have a little tunnel coming down so that they have to what am I trying to say? So they have to actually run down it in order to get into our base. Okay. We actually have 605 steel, so they might be able to do this almost immediately. This is very expandable as well as this wall, because we can just deconstruct and move down one. So when we need more space, we can have more space. But I think when we made our wall bigger than it needed to be as well, it ruined us a bit. And I don't know what's going to happen on Randy Random in regards to what was going to end up turning up. So I best make plans for everything, really. We run out of wood to chop. I think we have. Chop wood, please, guys. Sweet. Well, we have a little bit of a defense. Now we definitely do if we stand here. We can sort of just use this corner. Should be nice. Right. I kind of want to set manual priorities, but they're doing everything so wonderfully right now that I'm kind of like, I'll just leave them as they are until we've sorted out the extent of the initial construction phase. So we've got someone chopping wood. We actually need a cooking stove. That's something we do need to do right now. Which means we need a power source. What's the power source of choice going to be? It's probably solar. Let's go solar and one fuel generator, I think. So solar power, then there's going to be solar power here. We're going to deconstruct this wall eventually. And then one fuel generator. Put it down here, because I'm going to put a solar power generator there. Actually, cancel that. One further down so that there's a gap between them so that they can access all parts if it ever gets... Yeah, whatever. So if it gets... Oh my god. Grab that corpse for me, please. Once he's done eating it, we can butcher it then and eat it ourselves. We can scavenge, which you might as well do in the early stages. Right, we need an electric stove. There. We need a butcher's table there. We're going to cut this off and make this our fridge. So structure, wood, bam, doorway there. And that's going to be that. We're getting there. Someone... I wish they'd finish off building at a time. I think that would probably be a better way to do the work priorities. It's doing half a building, half a building, and half a building. Seems a bit weird when you can just get one finished. I suppose that's for a later date. That's one building done though, once they've done the roof. And we've almost got our wall up, so we've actually done a lot more in this run in the first episode than we got done in the entire of the last run. So I'm very confident about this, but I really don't like saying that, because then horrible things will end up turning up, because apparently I have the worst luck in the world. Sweet. That's 2 buildings done. We're almost there. No one has to share a room anymore, but currently these are unroofed, so they do technically have to share. Let me just make sure I've just realised. Expand no roof area. Once this is done, I see in their future them trying to build this roof. So I'm going to do that. In the future, if I say, why aren't they building the roof, and I haven't removed it, you'll know why, and I won't, and you can laugh at me. I give you permission. Oops. There we are. There we go. Because once this wall's done, they might class this. Actually, they won't, because I'll never finish this. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure if they count sandbags as a part of the walk. Shift geologist is wandering around in sadness. Why? Because she's a pessimist. Well, what happened to New Colony Optimism? Shift. You are heat tolerant though, which will come in handy in the middle of a desert. Psychically deaf is wonderful. We do have quite the little team here, so I'm fairly confident in this run, but we haven't had anything really truly negative come along yet, so I'm going to shut my mouth. I think we need to do some more chopping of the wood. Oh, no longer wandering in sadness. Wonderful. And the rain has stopped, which makes me more inclined to allow them to come into these rooms and sort that out. How's our steel's awesome, actually. We're only at 573. We've nearly finished our wall. A lot less steel than I thought it'd be, actually. So that's nice. Okay. How long do these take to grow? They're about 15% already. So if they're about 20% every episode, this doesn't look like a sustainable source of trees, but it certainly doesn't hurt. And we obviously have some more trees in the local area that we can harvest while we're waiting on them. Problem is, eventually we're going to have to rely on fuel generators, so we're going to need some wood to fuel it at all times, which might turn into a problem. Alright, if anyone comes from the south or the southeast, then they're definitely coming through this gap, which is awesome. We are officially walled off, I think. Because, I mean, no one's really going to come up here unless they're coming from here, or unless they somehow realise that we're all stood here waiting for them to die. But who knows. Components, still got 30. How many are we going to be spending? 3, 6, 8, and 10. Okay. Do we have turrets? Security. We don't have turrets. Okay. Looks like we're going to be doing Deadfall Trapland again, because that actually genuinely worked out really well for us in our tribal run, in our cannibal version. Right, we have power to a certain extent. Let's do that. Let's run that down here. We're going to be deleting this wall anyway, so there's no reason for me to run a cable through it. There we go. And then run that down here. That should hit all areas that we plan on powering up. We could turn this into a battery room, actually. That's something we could do. So structure, steel wall. Wall that up there. We also want you to... I'm just thinking if we demolish some of this wall... Oh. Ah, there is a cougar in our base. I'm really wanting to murder this cougar. Once you've done all your harvesting. Have we actually got a harvesting already? Pretty sweet. Yeah, this cougar can't live in here. But if I take it with one person, it's going to murder us. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say I'd like you to go around and finish that off first. Then we'll put a wooden door there. And we actually will run our power into the room. So that was a bit of a mistake. Yeah, well. It's not like that. Right, let me draft you guys. Bring you down here. Want you to fire at the cougar. Fire at the cougar. Uh-oh. Incoming. Kill it. There we go. Wonderful. Kennedy, how are you doing? Oh, Kennedy. Just a bite. Okay. Nothing too serious. I'm gonna deconstruct your beds. You don't need them. You have nice ones now that you still haven't roofed up. I don't know why. Can I? You're not a constructor. But the option is there. You're just not doing it. Oh, I really wish I hadn't used a medicine there. Yeah, well. Oh, we only have one constructor. That'd be why. Right, well now we have everyone as a constructor. Except for Stein. Stein's terrible. Alright, well that's actually where we're going to leave it for the for this episode. In the next episode I will manual priority them up and then we'll get going on that. But for now, if you've enjoyed the content then be sure to leave a like. If you love the content then be sure to subscribe. But if you're not quite sure, stay for the end cards, the rest of the content we've got to offer. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.